Hi, there's some people that asked about my Cobra 75 CB install, so I figured to make this quick video. It'd probably be easier. Now, before you start, you're gonna have to source a few things. I decided to go with an external speaker because this CB has a speaker built in the mic here, and it's not that great. So I want an external speaker, and I sourced this Uniden ESP 5-watt external speaker off Amazon. I had to buy some extra cable at the Autoparts store because the supplied cable is not long enough. And what I did was unsoldered the connections from the speaker and simply spliced this in place and resoldered this end of the speaker. So the factory end plugs of this speaker plugs into the CB unit itself, so that helps out. I got a quick disconnect, a spring, little double female adapter, and then of course my FireStik II 4-foot antenna. I put a quick disconnect on it so that I could get in my garage. I also bought these at Home Depot just to stow them with, and it seems to work out really great. About the antenna cable itself, make sure if you have a Rubicon 4-door or excuse me, Wrangler 4-door, make sure you buy a long enough cable, because this is a 20-foot cable and it barely made it. I'll just detail what I did. It's easy to take the top off. It's much easier if you take the top off. That way it allows for routing all this cable, because it gets by those that speaker bar, it gets kind of nasty to install. So but I just ran the cable and zip tied it all the way up to the front. Back here you just squeeze this and this pulls off. If you need to pull this piece off, you can start right here. There's a little tab there, stick a screwdriver in there, just gently pry. But I chose to route the cable through this vent right here. That way there's no cutting of any of these plugs. Here's my base for the quick disconnect. It just goes down in and twists. It's made by Hustler. Of course, the cable, this is a homebrew stainless steel mount that I had my father-in-law make me, so thanks to him. Coming to the cab itself, you know, there's no room in this thing to put anything, so, you know, space is at a premium. I don't have the mic mount, but that's going to be, I'm going to get it from Cooltech LLC, and it's going to call I believe it's called the VersaMount 2, which I'm going to loosen that right there, and it hooks here, and so this will hook there, and then of course this connects to the power unit down there. I also have right here, it's really easy to do, there's where I put my external speaker. You just simply unzip this, cut back the foam with a knife, razor knife, stick it up in there, and Velcro that back up, and it doesn't rattle, doesn't make any noise. It's excellent. Run the cable over here all the way through the roll bar area down here. Now you'll have to remove these two. I think they're Torx. They're small Torx. They're not 25s. They're smaller than that. But remove the sun visor, and then you'll have to unscrew this piece here if it'll come out, and then pop that out. Then once you have that popped out, take some sort of I used actually weed eater line, believe it or not, and fished it down into this area. And so now the guts of what you want to know. So to remove this piece, there's a lot of people that say to take this vent out. I didn't touch it. It's pretty stiffened in there. So if it's snapped in place, if you were to just push on this, can you see how it deflects that? And then once you have it deflected, just pull it out. It's that easy, and it goes back in that easy. Here's where you run your power cable. Here's where you run your ground to your CB. Just loosen that and ground it right there. For this, I started the hole with a screwdriver, and then, believe it or not, I took out the dipstick and just shoved the dipstick through. Then it worked excellent. You'll have to take off your glove box, and it's that simple. Then you grab that unibit that I had there and just drill up in there. I put some glazing tape, two-sided tape, so it would pad this and keep it from rattling. Zip tied that up there, attached the antenna cable there, and the speaker wire. And then this here is a complete pain in the neck, but that's about the best I could do. You have to get really committal on it because the hole needs to be big enough for this rubber grommet to go through. So on that step drill that I had to use most of it. So the hardest part of the whole thing was screwing this in there. Believe it or not, there's tiny little screws that come with that CB install kit, and getting all this stuff is sharp, and getting your hands back there is a real pain in the neck. But I did it, it's no problem. And then the front here, the cable comes out there and goes right to the battery. So I hope this helps anybody that wants to install. Like I said, it's a pretty now that I know what I'm doing, it'd take me a lot less time to do it. So good luck.